Hello friends and welcome back to the Brockopp side, and well, it's the end of the month and I'm wearing a backwards hat, which means it's time for the August 2022 Blu-ray haul video. Got a decent little stack of movies here and a couple of pops, but of course if you guys picked up anything cool this month, go ahead and comment down below what it was. You get yourself some cool movies or some pops or other cool people things, but anyway, let's just get right into it. So there were quite a few new releases this month, which unfortunately I did not cover. I've got a few things going on behind the scenes, so those things kinda had to take priority for a bit. But one of those was Sonic 2. Of course, got the 4K, not the Steelbook sadly, which looked really cool. It looked like the original Sega Genesis cover for the second Sonic game, but you know, this one's still pretty cool. I like the basic cover, and just to compensate for not doing a review, I am going to give away the digital code in this video, so if you want to potentially win that supersonic code, then just comment down below what you'd like to see in Sonic 3, whether it be, you know, Shadow or something else pertaining to Sonic. I don't know a whole lot, to be totally honest with you. Then also got Child's Play in 4K. This just came out. I got the really cool Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, which is pretty neat. I think this is just the basic, the original poster, which is really neat. And on the back you got Andy and Chucky, which is cool. And from what I've heard, if you got the basic 4K release, you know, just with a normal case and everything, people have been finding lots of grease in them for some reason. I don't know if that's just a Scream Factory thing or what, but luckily there's no grease in my Steelbook, so we're good there. And the last new release I picked up was Jurassic World Dominion, and this one actually comes with an extended cut of the movie. It's about 15 more minutes of footage, and after I checked it out, I was like, yeah, I think the extended cut is definitely the better cut of the movie. It's one of those cuts where it just gives the movie more time to breathe with certain elements, especially towards the beginning, because it shows more of you know, the negative, deadly side to giant apex predators loose in the world. Honestly, if you do get the chance to check out the extended cut, go for it. You might like it. So those are the only new releases I picked up, but got a decent pile of extracurricular goodies, including Scream, the fifth one, not the original. Yeah, I finally picked up the new Scream. There was no reason for why I didn't pick it up day one, except for the fact on day one I couldn't find a 4K copy anywhere. It was the weirdest thing, which really sucks. I wanted to do a video on it, then I just kind of forgot about it for several months, but hey, finally got it. Really like this new Scream movie. Can't wait for the new one. And also, I think Scream 2 is coming to 4K in October, so probably gonna pick that up, and hopefully we can talk about it. Then speaking of horror films, I also picked up The Strangers with Liv Tyler. I've never seen this movie, and there's a second one, and I believe a third one's coming soon. But yeah, never seen it, been meaning to for a while, and I finally picked it up. So maybe once the spooky season starts in about a day or two, I'll finally have a excuse to do that. And also picked up Captain Phillips. I really liked this movie when it first came out. I haven't watched it since it came out, but I figured, hey, finally got it at Goodwill for $5. I figured, hey, why not? Then the last movie I picked up was Megamind. Yeah, I never owned Megamind up until now. I actually have not watched it all the way through in a long time either, so I probably just never really thought about it. But, you know, with it getting a little bit of a meme-induced resurgence lately, I figured, hey, might as well finally add to the collection and check it out again, because it's a pretty good time. So those are all the movies I picked up. I did get a couple of video games as well. Now, none of these are particularly new games, of course, but I figured, now, you know, they were a few dollars each. I figured, you know, might as well pick up some stuff, including Top Gun Warzone for PS2. I guess it's a Top Gun game. It looks like you just fly a jet and make things blow up. I do, of course, have the Top Gun NES game, which is, you know, the notorious one of the bunch, where you gotta, you know, land the plane on the ship, but it's notoriously difficult to do. So, now I'm the owner of 2 Top Gun games because you can't just have one. Now, this next game, some of you might judge me for owning, but it's Catwoman the video game for the original Xbox. Based on the Halle Berry movie, obviously. Of course, this was made back when pretty much every major movie still got a video game tie-in, which is where a lot of my video game upbringing comes in, so I'm always curious to, you know, try out some from this era, and I'm just like, how good or bad could a Catwoman movie game be? And, you know, why not? It was like $5 or something, and it's also an old Blockbuster rental copy, so that could mean the disc is in horrible condition, but I'm willing to take a risk because I'm just morbidly curious, to be honest. Now, if you didn't judge me for buying Catwoman, you may judge me for getting this one, and that's the Naked Brothers Band, the video game for PS2. Of course, this was a show on Nickelodeon back when I was a small individual, and you know, it was again super cheap, and I'm like, you know, it's probably just gonna be like a poor man's like Rock Band Guitar Hero type game, but yeah, you know, this is just one of those shows I will just randomly remember from time to time, and like, you know, there were some fun songs in there too, so some of them will pop into mind, like Crazy Car. So I figured might as well just, you know, have a little nostalgia on the shelves, and you know, maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't. Either way, it's there now. And now we get to the last part of the haul, which are the Funko Pops. Only got 2 this month, but they're still really cool ones, including this E.T. Pop where he's holding the flower pot. Of course, it is E.T.'s 40th anniversary this year, so they got a little bit of a merchandise push going, which is pretty cool. And they also put the movie out in IMAX for a limited time, which if you haven't checked it out, I did a video all about that exact thing, so maybe go check that out if you haven't. And last but certainly not least, I also picked up this Black Panther pop. This is part of the art series, I guess. This was a Walmart exclusive, and when I saw they were coming out with these, I definitely had to pick it up because I've been really wanting to get a Black Panther T'Challa pop for a long time now, and I just really love the way this one looks. Well, we've got another Black Panther movie coming out in a couple months, so that's going to be a little bit of a hard watch, but hopefully the movie is going to be really good and will honor him way more than me spending $20 on a pop ever could be. Anywho, so that's my complete haul for August 2022. If you want to see some more videos from me like this, I got a playlist for that right over here. Or if you want to see what YouTube recommends you watch me next, you can check out that video right down there. And of course, subscribe if you live talking by movies, and we'll see you on the Brockopp side.